Hey guys, we are checking out APPEX by Keep Forest. This is a modern trailer guitar for Kontakt. It will run on the free Kontakt player, by the way. So let's dive into this. First of all, in this main page, you'll see that we have key switches and we have scenes. So the key switches are guitar playing articulations, and you can find like dead notes, and we have palm mutes and soft sustain. Let me just give you a few examples. But on the right side, where you see the different scenes, these are ready-made phrases. So I'm going to show you something. If we go into the designer tab right here, these are the actual scenes. So right now we're on the first scene, and this is what we have. And these are also mapped to key switches. So let me go back to our main page. And here you can see that we have F6, G6, and so on. So if I'll just use these, you can see that I'm flicking through those scenes. And now if I'll go into riff mode and go back to the designer, see what happens when I'm playing any note. And I'll replace the scene. So there are a few things that you need to know about this library. There's a lot of depth here. And right now we're on the key switches, and we can use velocities instead, so that every time we play any notes, we will be flicking through different sort of articulations depending on the velocity. So you can do that as well. All that information is in the user manual. And they actually talk about that also in their very comprehensive walkthroughs. So let's move on into the designer. I want to show you a few things there. So here we can program or edit existing riffs. And as you can see, we have our just notations right here in the middle. And we also have the velocities on the top. I can draw this, and I can add more steps or reduce the steps. And that is right here in the middle. So you can see the number of steps right now. These are 4 steps, but they are divided into sub steps. You can see that we have these little pluses and minuses, and I can just do anything like that. Now, in addition to the velocities that you see on the top, what we can do is we can click this pan and have the panning of each step programmed here. So we'll send some of the steps left and right, and then we can turn it on and off. And the same goes for filters. We have pitch, we have chains, which we'll talk about in a second, and then we have the release. And the release means if we are overlapping the next note or not, and so on. And of course, we can get that riff as drag and drop into our project. And I'm just gonna click here, drag it, and drop it in my project here, and let's play. Now, if you want to write your own riffs, you'll need to clear everything. So I'm gonna hit the All button, click OK, and now we're back to the default view or default settings, and you can see that we have 4 different steps. And if I'll play this particular riff just using the key switches here, there's nothing going on, so I can just do this, this will give us the velocities. But if we'll scroll a little bit up, you'll see that you already have some notes running here. That's C3. I can definitely put them in a different notes. Right, and what I can do is I can add more steps, I can reduce the number of steps, I can have the frequency run faster, and I can change the articulation. So if I'll just click this right here, this symbol, you'll see the different articulations that are available, and there's a lot to choose from. We can go with palm mutes, for example. And what I can do is I can split each of these steps to other sub steps, right, like this, right? And I can have something going on here. And let's see how this works. Right, and we can again change the articulation and have something else. And there are a few more things that you can do here. So if we'll just go into this little triangle here, you'll see that we have different different options of playing the guitar, like slides and bands, things like that. So I can just click that right here. Things like that. So there's a lot of depth, and I'm thinking we'll do a deep dive very soon to explore more. But let me show you the chains. So the chains are chains of stomp boxes of guitar effects, and you see that you actually have different presets right here, and I'll show you that you actually have presets for other things in this library. So here you have the mid gain, low gain. So these are the categories, but then we have subcategories, and we can select something and just override whatever chain we already have or create new chain. And now you'll have these stomp boxes, and these are beautiful, beautiful graphics, and you can see that you have a lot of control over the sound. And let's load something more interesting. Right, and let's try another chain. So I'm going to go back here and get a high gain, load something in. So this is APPEX Modern Trailer Guitar for Kontakt, and this is very deep Kontakt library. There's a lot of things that you can do here, and if you're into programming your own sound, programming your own riffs, you can do that. But if you want to use the baked-in riffs and use the different effect chains and whatever they already included, that's perfectly fine, because there's a lot to choose from. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post another video just with examples of the different presets and how they sound. And of course, if you have any questions or you need help, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thank you, and bye-bye.